today. From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints taking over on offense and leading the way at quarterback, a man who spent the last 5 years trying to beat him playing for Tampa. And that's the late April signee, Jameis Winston.
I think it'd be really difficult if you're Jameis Winston to believe that you could lead the league in passing yards one year and be a backup the next in a different organization. That's exactly the situation Jameis Winston is in. Now New Orleans backing up Drew Brees, but he did throw for over 5,000 yards last year, led the league in the 8th highest total in NFL history, so the potential is still there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever. At 43 years of age now, it's the great Tom Brady.
Well, he'll get his home debut next Sunday against Carolina, but Tom Brady's first game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road, and you know the eyes of the NFL are all locked in on this game, trying to get used to the sight of Tom Brady in a Buccaneers uniform, leading Tampa Bay, hopefully, to the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To Evans on the slant. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,500 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
36-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And is going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, Winston. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there.
Every time Michael Thomas makes a catch, I can't help but marvel about the 2019 season. 149 catches, but how about the receiving yardage? 1,725 yards. I don't care what the game plan was on defense, Michael Thomas found a way to beat it.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jameis again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own,
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They were trying to go to Brown once again.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The Saints 43-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3 yards to go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
9-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Jameis now on first down. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Harris complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense. Are you serious, dog?
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Shotgun now for Brady. Got some room at the 30. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady airing this one out for Evans. It's caught at the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Brady to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The final shot before half for Brady. Back to Brown, this time complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
The kickoff for New Orleans.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then two more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
To Chris Godwin.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Brady.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Ryan Suckup set to...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Kamara, the ball.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening.
And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will finally takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time, but it'll be second and goal. Brady gives this one off to Jones, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Good for a save.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And the 48-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
6-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing but green grass here in the middle of the field. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Jameis again. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Winston now to throw on first down. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Winston stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A 10th carry for Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there? Looks like they stopped him short.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
He was tackled at the...
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Jay Howard.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Brady. Brady loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 41-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block it, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Brady with a quick throw here to Evans out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Brady's pass.
The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Pass hauled in downfield. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. With it is Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Brady. Over the middle to Evans. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
5-yard pickup.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays. is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
He's got Evans. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Jones. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Winston and the Saints now down 24-17. 27 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One last shot now for Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bucs, it was a hard-fought